Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. Before I get into the good and bad news that I have, we're going to do a grocery haul. Even though I only went to Publix for two things, peanut butter and rice-a-roni. My sister was telling me about this stir-fried flavored rice-a-roni that's really good, but I ended up getting my groceries for the week. So first, I got a 24 pallet of water. Even though I fill up, I have the water system where I get the 5-gallon jugs and I go to the grocery store and I fill that up. That water's fine by me. But sometimes I like the individual bottles of water. This Callaway blue water is so good to me. It just goes down so smooth, refreshing. So I have been buying this probably for the past month or two. It's not cheap though. This costs $10, $9.99 for a 24 pack. But it's worth it. It's good. It's good. Next, of course, bathroom tissue was on sale. I like a good sale. I think not everything, but half the stuff that I bought was on sale. Bathroom tissue. This was 2 for $11, but this was the last package on the shelf. So I just got the one, and of course they only charged the $5.50 for that. Some bananas. I got my peanut butter. I'm gonna start drinking protein smoothies more often. And with that being said, I have tried all the kinds of nut milks, the almond milk, the cashew milk. I've tried the rice milk and all kinds of milk. I can't do it with my smoothies. I have to have regular old milk. And I like to buy the shelf-stable milk because sometimes I'm not drinking milk for a whole week. So why buy it and keep it in the fridge and it goes bad? So I like to keep a couple of these in my shelf, in my cabinet. So when I am ready to have smoothies for the week, protein smoothies, the milk is there. So these were on sale for $2.99 a piece. Yeah. And next, I got myself a snack. I guess this is new from Chester's Potato Crisp Honey Barbecue. That was $2.99. Found this on the clearance. I always go to the clearance shelf in Publix. These little flavor sticks, powder that you put in your waters. This is Crush, 3 flavors. This was only $2.44 for 30 of them. I think that's a good deal. I got myself some pineapple, and I got the rice-a-roni. My sister says that this stir-fried rice-a-roni is very good. So I'm going to cook this tomorrow along with some vegetables. I've bought this a few times before, the mixed vegetables from Publix, where it's already chopped up for you and you have a variety. That way you don't have to buy a bag of Brussels sprouts, a sweet potato, peppers, onions. It's already chopped up for you. So this was $6.49 for this pack here. So I'm going to have this with the rice. And I thought I need something really flavorful. You know how you go into a restaurant and like the vegetables have some kind of sauce on it? So I was going down the condiment aisle and I saw this Guy Fieri's Flavortown Top Secret sauce. There were 3 different types of sauce. Donkey sauce, chipotle, and this Top Secret sauce. So I Googled to see what the flavor profile is for it. And wait a minute. Oh, I was looking at the expiration date. I thought it said January 2025, but it's 2026. So I'm gonna try this sauce here and maybe put it over my vegetables tomorrow. And in a previous video, I had bought the already flavored chicken thighs from Publix, and they still had these on sale for $7.99. The last time I made a video, I cooked, I believe it was the chimichurri flavored chicken thighs. It was a little bit too salty for me. I think I still have some left. I'm gonna kind of mix it with maybe something else to kind of get rid of that salty flavor. But I still have the Korean inspired, as you can see, I cannot pronounce that, gochujang chicken. So I'm gonna thaw this out and cook this tomorrow. But because it was still on sale, and you know I like a good sale, and we trying to save money, especially in groceries, I went ahead and bought two different flavors. Hatch chili, which is like a green chili flavored marinade, and also sweet heat. This is limited edition. I don't think you can go wrong with sweet heat. So I'm gonna pop these in my deep freezer for another time, you know, stock up on things. And I'm gonna cook this tomorrow with the vegetables and the rice. So that's that. And I got myself a little 6-pack of Coca-Cola because I thought I want a little piece of cocktail tonight. And so I bought this, but then I thought, oh, you don't have any rum. I have some vodka, but that's not my favorite thing to drink. I just wanted a plain rum and Coke. So, and I just thought about this. Whenever I want alcohol, I go to the ABC liquor store just a couple blocks away from my Publix, but my Publix has a liquor store attached to it. I never think about going into the Publix liquor store. So I went to the ABC liquor store and got my old favorite Bacardi Gold. And while I was standing there, I saw this Malibu pineapple. And I think I'm going to have this tonight because I have some grapefruit juice that I need to drink up. So I'm going to mix this with a little grapefruit juice, and that will be my evening tonight. I'm just going to have a cocktail. I ate earlier today, so that's it for the haul. Yeah, that's all I have for my haul. So let's talk about the good and the bad news. If you've been following me, or if you know me, you may know that you already know that I have a rental home. You've probably seen the videos in my journey being a landlord. Well, I also rent out a home in this home here. I started, 2 years ago? Yeah, it's been probably 2 years ago. And at first I was hesitant. I'm like, oh, I don't know about all that. But somebody convinced me, and so my first tenant was a nurse. She was a traveling nurse, and she stayed with me she had a 13-week contract, and then they added on another, I think, 6 weeks with her. Listen, when I tell you that was a unicorn tenant, because at that time I worked the day shift, and she worked nights, and she had block scheduling, which meant that she worked all of her 3 days in a row. She worked Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. Her primary residence was on the other side of Florida, like Daytona area. I'm just going to say Daytona, which is well over maybe 2.5, 3 hours away, I believe. At least 2.5 hours away. So she would drive in on Friday afternoon before her shift starts, go to work, come back, sleep during the day, go to work Saturday night, come home, come back here, sleep. Then Sunday she would go to work, and then she would drive back to her primary home on Monday morning. I don't know how she did it. I don't know. I can barely even drive 10 minutes from my job, and I only live 10 minutes away from my job. But anyway, so she was never here during the week. So it was very comfortable, and she paid, and it was nice. And even when she was here, she never cooked. She never turned on my stove. She ate out every single day. I only know this because I would see the bags in the garbage. She never put a thing in the refrigerator. It was a unicorn tenant. I was really sad to see her go because it was like she was never here because, again, she worked the night shift. At that time, I worked the day shift, so I rarely saw her. The most I ever saw her was on that Friday when she came to town, and if I had that day off. But anyway, so I thought, okay, the money's good. The money is fair. I think I charged her, was it $800 or $900? Oh no, I think it was $1,000. No, it was 1,000. I charged her $1,000 a month. That was sweet right there. So after she left, there was maybe a couple weeks in between. Not a couple weeks. It was more than a couple weeks before the next tenant came, and I found her just on Facebook, one of the groups that I'm in, and she's not a nurse. She's a professional woman. I won't go into what she does, but very nice, very quiet. And the way my house is set up, there's plenty of room. My room is actually back there, but on the other side of the house, there's 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. So I rent out one room and the bathroom. The way this house is set up, sometimes I never even see the person unless they're in the kitchen. And so she is very nice. She works from home. And now that I work nights, I do work days on my side job. But anyway, and once again, she's rarely in the kitchen. She cooks once a month. She cooks whatever she cooks and freezes it. So I hardly ever see her in the kitchen unless I'm coming out of my bedroom and going to my little store office space. She's very nice, very quiet. And when she moved in, she said that it would, of course, just be temporary. She was looking for a house. She thought maybe she could find a house in 3 to 4 months, maybe a little bit longer, but that was her time frame. I'm like, okay. And it's been great. Very nice. We've never had words. We've never had a disagreement. Like I say, sometimes we hardly ever see each other. But she has her routine, like schedule. Like my schedule's all over the place. But she has a routine. Like right now, I believe she's gone pickleballing. And she probably won't come back till 9:30. I don't keep track of her time. But the only reason I know that is because I have a Ring camera. And it goes off when somebody comes through the door or is at the door. That's the only reason I know her time frame. But it's been good. But lately, even though the money is good, I don't charge her as much. I think I started off charging her like $900 because I wanted to be competitive. At that time, a lot of people were renting out a room, and that was the going rate. I only recently increased it to $950, I believe, in January. But she moved in. Yeah, she's been here for a while. She moved in September of 2023. So if she stayed this September, it would be 2 years. Time goes by so fast. Unless I sat down and thought about it, I did not realize how long she had been here. But like I said, we get along. She's fine, no issues. And then she started more actively looking for a house. So here's the good news. She found a house. Because lately I had been feeling like, you know what? The money is great. Believe me, the money helped out a lot, especially dealing with my other tenants and all of the expenses. So having some more money come in without me having to work extra shifts, it's great. But lately I have been feeling like, you know what, I want my space. Even though there's plenty of space for somebody else. I just want to be able to blast my music, but she works from home. Or I've only had my nephews over here a few times, but I want them to be able to run around the house because they're boys. I want to be able to tell them to be quiet, but I want them to be free to come over here and yell and scream outside, of course. So anyway, she found a house, put an offer in, then they rejected her offer, and then they came back. She lowered her price, her offer, they rejected that. So now today, they called and said that they are willing to wheel and deal with her. So I believe she said she went ahead and signed the papers today. And so she's hoping that everything goes through and she will do the, closing next week. So that's the good part because I just feel like I need my space. And at one point in time, she says, yeah, because I know you're probably tired of me. And I said, no, not really. However, my niece is having a baby and I know I'm going to be babysitting more. And even my one nephew, when she first moved in, I told him not to go back into that room, but he went back into the hallway anyway. And he said, "Who's that in my room?" My nephews, they want their room back, you know? So anyway, so hopefully she'll be moving out. Not that I had any issues with her, but what's it? September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So she's been here a year and a half. Yeah, I think I got that right. A year and a half, and it's time for her to have her own space too, so she can have her own company. She's only had, this past holiday, I did allow her to have a friend who was from out of town come stay. There's an extra room, so there was no issue to stay. So it's time for her to have her own space. So that's the good news, is that she will be moving out. The bad news is I'm going to be missing that money, y'all. I'm going to be missing the money. So I need to reconfigure my mindset and my budget and the way that I do things and all this damn spending I'm doing. Child, I got another whatnot haul to show y'all. I'm just waiting on some more packages to come. Oh, Lord. But it's okay. It's okay. That's my entertainment. That's shopping online and the auctions. That's almost like entertainment to me. So instead of going to the movies, going to a concert, spending $200 on a concert, I shop online. So anyway, back to the subject at hand. So the good news is she's moving. Hopefully soon. Hopefully the signing will be next week. And the bad news is that I'm going to be missing out on money, and I just need to figure out how to recoup that money, because y'all know I'm still trying to recoup money from all that, the thousands, over $30,000 I spent on my rental. But then that includes, taxes and insurance. So it wasn't all $30,000 in damages, but still, I spent a lot of money on that house. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to recoup the money that I will be missing. So I will probably need to pick up a shift or two per month at my main job, because that job pays me the most. And I know that they're in need of nurses. Some of the floors in that hospital, they don't have staff at all. I mean, last week when I went to work, 2 nurses from my floor had to float to the orthopedic floor because they had no staff. But I'm pretty sure it's possible for me to pick up extra shifts during the month to kind of make up for the money that will be lost or missing from renting out. Now, I will consider renting out a room again. However, it will be limited. It won't be somebody who's, looking for a house in 3 to 4 months. It will be, okay, you can rent out this room, but just for 2 months. And then you got to go. Or if it's a nurse, the 13-week contracts. But I don't think they have too many travelers here in St. Pete. Definitely not at my hospital. We ain't got no travelers. Honey, they not paying that money like that no more. And they're not even paying me. I'm a dedicated employee. Almost 30 years at the same hospital. And they did a market analysis and told me that I don't get a raise. My manager handed me a little piece of paper with my current rate on the top, and below that he wrote 0.0%. Sir, you could have saved that piece of paper and you could have emailed me that information. So anyway, yeah. So that's the good news and the bad news, but either way, I'm happy now. And one last thing. I was talking to my niece the other day, and somehow she did ask me how my renters were, the new ones. And I said, they're fine. They paid for the month of February, for the month of March, and all is good. And I told her all that I went through with the previous tenants. It's almost as if, I don't want to say it didn't happen, but I don't even think about it anymore. I'm not angry. I'm not upset anymore. Everything just came back together and all is well. So all of that anger, it's just not even there anymore. I barely even think of them unless somebody asks me, how's it going with the rental property? That's the only time I think about them. So whatever they're doing in life, they're doing. I know I'm doing fine over here and will continue to do fine. So yeah, that's all I have for y'all. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. I may record again and let you guys know how this chicken turns out. Korean inspired gochujang marinated chicken. So we'll see. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. See you in the next video. Peace.